go. All right, so you gotta kick off. So, introduction. Tell me about yourself.
I'm Shaneq. I'm known as Pinky right here in Buford.
Pinky?
Yes, sir, Pinky.
How you get that name, Pinky?
Oh, that was a name my grandma gave to me when I was a baby. I was the first red baby in the family, so I got that name.
Pinky. So you had came out looking pink. That's how that thing stuck
Yeah, I
with
get
you.
my complexion from my mama and my daddy's side of the family. Everybody Darkskin, so they're like, oh, we got a little Pinky in the family.
Right. No more.
And it just got stuck with me.
Everybody else in the family black.
Yeah, on my daddy's side. Well, now I got cousins. I got cousins under me now that's light skinned now, so I ain't the only Pinky, but I was the first.
We're coming back to that because I'm gonna touch on that later. But all right, so what you do? Tell me what you do.
I work for the county with disability and special needs.
Okay.
I do a little bit of everything.
Like training houses.
That too.
I used to do that for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm working in there now, but I'm at the day program.
You said training house?
Yeah, I used to work at Cottage.
Yeah.
I can't say the client's name.
Okay,
but if I tell you their name now, you know what I'm talking about. Boys used to get a little butt naked and run down the street.
Boy, you crazy.
We had 2 people working the house. I brought it down the line. We had good times though.
That sounds like a deep comment. We're gonna have to put that on hold for later.
All right.
Yeah.
So entrepreneurial though. Entrepreneur, right?
Yeah. You don't know too much. I know a little something, so I let you. You know, you can. You might need to learn something.
Well,
tell me about the side hustles.
Right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's up?
Go ahead, do your thing.
Okay. Okay, so right now I'm writing books and I
was about to jump right in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I write books and I work with my daughter with modeling, so we travel a lot.
Word.
We did New York Fashion Week this year in February, so we going back to New York next September. We're gonna be in Charlotte. We're gonna be in New Jersey. So I do a lot with my daughter. She's 4, and I ran the in-home care for 2 years, SNK care. I got tired of that.
Wow.
Working with the people in her head.
You had your own like setup established? Mm-hmm. Wow, man.
Yeah, I did that for 2 years. Got rid of it. Years ago, I used to do hair.
Okay.
Do a little bit of everything. Babysit, all that.
So it's safe to say you a natural born hustler.
Yeah, I gotta
straight
get
up.
it. I gotta get
Hey,
it.
I got the. Hey, I can't even play with it. Secrets. I mean, the title is captivating all by itself.
What is Secrets?
Secrets, bro. You don't know what's up. Let me put you on real quick.
I
Secrets is a book she wrote.
Okay.
Part 2 just coming out.
Okay.
I don't read too much other than information to help me move forward, but this was like something that I grabbed it.
Right.
I started reading, bro. Literally a day and some change, I was done.
Wow.
Ready for the next part.
Right.
It was so well written. It's pretty captivating. It's deep. Boy, it's I'll let her tell you a little bit about the situation, but just to get you where it is, part 2 is out now. So I'm about to start reading that one. But Secrets, how did that name come up? Like, we all know Secrets is like one of the most tempting things you could possibly deal with. Like, secrets. Like, how did you come with Secrets?
Well, really, because I've been writing for some years, but that was one of my hidden talents.
Okay.
And some parts of Secrets I wrote back in like 2010.
Come on now.
2010, 2011, I just went in there like, I'm gonna just grab this paper, I put them together. And then I don't know what it is, but people like to come to me and they just be talking, like they'll vent or they'll tell me stuff about their life.
Right.
I guess I'm a trusting person, and this one girl was just talking. And I asked her, I'm like, can I add you in my book? And she was like, go ahead. So I had like a whole bunch of papers all over the place. I took information from what she told me and I just put it together.
That's dope though.
I put it together.
Like that's deep, bro.
That's dope.
Like, give us a little bit of background of the first part, like the part 1, the secrets. That's part 1, right?
Yeah.
So,
okay, like
hold on. You got secrets?
Yeah, I got a book and I got one for you.
No, you got secrets?
No, it's nothing about me. It's nothing about me.
So you wrote the book now.
It's nothing. But
just write the book on.
Insert somewhere.
No, it's because like the information that she's telling me, I done heard this same information from other people, so it's like people can relate to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people out there having issues with their parents, their daddy wasn't in their life, their mama ain't been. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, somebody else can read it and you know.
You put it out there
about me.
So you put it out there to help other people in that situation, kind of.
Yeah, and it was deep.
So
like everybody like drama. So this girl talking to me, and I'm playing a Lifetime movie in my head, and I'm like, why not put it on paper?
So you ain't got no secrets though.
I ain't got no secrets.
Everybody got a little skeleton somewhere in the closet.
I gotta think. Like, I don't have no
You
secrets.
said you got a lot of hidden talent. That's a secret.
Well, yeah, see. We'll get back on that, yeah.
Say no more.
Yeah,
She
we'll
said hidden talent. So far, I'm tracking author. You with me? We got self-care. So that means there was some nursing going on. We got hairstylist. I mean, and then the current job, the current career.
Yeah, I've
what
been
was that
doing
again?
for 5 years.
Rehabilitation?
Disability and
Disability,
training
right.
specialist.
This is what I want to know. What's your drive?
Anything in the entertainment as far as writing. Like, I really want to turn my books into a movie.
Right. No, I get that. I get the
I
passion. I mean, what's your drive though? What's your why? Like, why you do it? I don't know why you do it. I know what you do. You do a lot of stuff. You got a lot of talent. You got books. You got businesses on the side.
Really, it's a lot of people. I'm young. I'll be 28 in December. There's a lot of people that want to do a lot of stuff, but they just don't jump out on faith and do it. Okay. And like, I got a daughter with talent. Like, her dad got talent. So I don't want to just sit on it and not put it to use.
Right.
So I want my daughter to see her mama, like, dang, if mama did it, I know I can do it. I don't want her to sit on nobody's job until she retires, because that's not going to happen. Not even for me.
I'm just interested. It sounds like you got a deep grandma, granddaddy. I mean, where'd you get these values from? These core values that you got?
Well, I got young parents, so I'm going to say my grandparents.
They kind of raised you?
Yeah, well, in a way, but I was with my parents, but you know, they were still young, so they needed help from my grandparents. Mm-hmm. And you know, I took in a lot. I listened. Weekends, I'm with my grandma on Saturdays. Mm-hmm. On Saturdays, I'm with my grandma doing old people stuff. When I'm a little girl, I'm doing old people stuff. We visiting the sick, we going catching cells, you know. It was just old people stuff. Little kids outside just playing. I was doing that too, but I was with my grandma, like, listening to the old folks. Cleaning greens and stuff like that.
Cleaning greens, boy. Boy, it's a value that you get from cleaning some greens, boy. How many people you think know how to clean a damn green?
I don't know how to do it. Every time I do it,
but that's
wrong.
Deeper. The only reason I know how to do it because that was my job. Like, in order to eat it, my mom was like, hey, you gotta break these bitches off, soak these bitches, and do what it do. What? Right. Hey, it's deep, bro. I mean, you gotta soak them. Mm-hmm. What you gotta add to the water? Let me see if you really know how to clean some greens.
I'll put vinegar in.
Okay, all right. A little salt in there just to make sure everything get right.
We gotta lap off the salt now that on high blood pressure stuff running in the family.
Right. You're right. You know I like that.
Speaking of the fam, let me get back to this.
Yeah.
So
we
Pinky,
got it,
right? Pinky. So I'm just ask you, there's a lot of thoughts out here on light-skinned girls, dark-skinned girls. I want to know what's your take on it. Like, as a light-skinned woman, how you feel? I mean, I don't even want to put no boundaries on it. Just give me your take on that, on your perspective on that.
Well, me personally, I'm gonna tell you what I got a lot growing up. I had a lot of dark-skinned friends, and their mama looked at me like, "Oh, she fast."
What? Just off your skin color?
Skin color and body shape. Like, "Oh, she fast," or "Them red girls." I had a family member that used to, I don't know I don't know what he went through before my time, because he got something against red girls, and I'm like, I can't help my skin complexion, but I did get a lot of negative things towards me as far as my complexion.
Are you confident in your skin?
I'm very confident.
What about when you see men, are they light skin or dark skin? Does that make a difference to you? Or?
Not at all.
Right.
Not at all.
That's interesting that's interesting to hear that even though you had adversity and all this different stuff tossed your way just because you came out a certain color, that you've even been able to grow and not hold that type of hate or harbor that type of hate towards people that are your color or aren't your color. Right. I think it's interesting, and I find it real cool that you've been able to move forward even after having that type of pressure. You say a family member was upset with you just because of your...
Like, I'm talking about a little girl.
Just because a light-skinned girl may have hurt him before, he's carrying that type of...
He got issues, but I'm talking about as a little girl. He used to say little stuff like, "Oh, the little red bee," and little stuff like that.
No,
I'm trying to tell you.
But see, that's what it is, because no matter where you go or what, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna encounter prejudice, you're gonna encounter nastiness, because you normally think like around here, I know a lot of dark-skinned girls, that are self-conscious. You know what I'm saying?
Me too, man.
Because they skin color.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, I like black skin. I love black skin, but I like all kind of skin. Like however you wear it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got you,
with
bro.
your pride, but it's no. It's not like if I ever saw a dark skinned girl, I'm like, oh, she dark. That's a turn off. You know what I'm saying? That never crossed my mind. But you know, to be light skinned. It's not like it's a bet. You know what I'm saying? Because often we looking at the other side of the fence, thinking the grass is greener.
Right.
But I don't consider myself light. But I used to get teased by my siblings. You know, Teeth and Family, that boy dark.
Because you was lighter than them.
I was lighter than them.
That's some deep.
High yellow grease monkey
But
and
you
all
know,
kind of disrespectful stuff.
I get high yellow.
Low key, that be a pain coming out from under them though, projected on you though.
Is that?
And it's crazy that it's a tease, but it's a pain coming out of them from what they suffered that's being projected on you. They need some help too.
But
they
think
need a little bit of work done.
Deeper,
you know what I'm
darker
saying?
divide. You
Say it
talk
again
about
now?
2/3 of a man,
Right.
a deeper, darker divide.
Yeah,
you know
it is.
It
It is a deeper, darker divide.
What compelled us in school, and everybody done did it, to be on the bus straight clowning on each other? Like, why was that such a time pass that every day I remember either joking on somebody or getting joked on? And even though it sounds
and you had to
funny,
learn how to joke because they was coming for you.
Right, and it sounds funny, but I remember the kids crying. I remember seeing people like really
Me too, bro.
hurt.
I remember people
coming out of
getting
high
beat
school
up.
messed up.
I remember people getting beat up for just cause of the color or they had money or, bro, it's some deep pains that get dealt with. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, that's why we gotta do our part to make sure that our children love themselves though. Cause some of this come from, oh, you just like your damn daddy, or you just, say the mama hate the, so she put that thing on that son early. He's starting to look in the mirror. He don't love himself. Yeah. He hate himself because of.
And I had to actually tell a guy one time before. He had a dark-skinned girlfriend, and he would always, play around in a flirtatious way with me. And I'm like, you got a whole girlfriend? Oh, she know I like red girls. Now you mad because this girl acting crazy? You mad because this girl acting crazy? She feels some type of way. Like you just built insecurity in this girl. And you joking, but you joke a little too much. That
brings me to the next point. This come right back to you. What is it that you need? All right, so to those who don't know who 2/3 of a man is about, you know what I'm saying? We're really looking at. You go back to the U.S. Constitution when it was first written, right? A black person was said to be 2/3 of a man. You know what I'm saying? You might have learned about that later in the 3/5 compromise where the southern states was trying to get more votes, and now there was 3/5 of a vote, but never really even counted towards humanity. You know what I'm saying? 2/3 of man.
So for every 5 slaves, only it went for every.
Well, I mean,
only 3 out of every 5 slaves gave you 1 vote.
Yeah, but damn that, because it was about votes.
Yeah,
it was votes we had, votes white people had. So,
right.
But if you look at the 1/3 missing, then you got to ask yourself, what is it? You feel me? But me, you, John, we don't got our last name, right? Like, be real. Like, my last name is not Terrell. I mean, that's probably what I was given from some slave master when I crossed. But so I can't really tie into my great grandfather. You know what I'm saying?
Profession.
So we missing that 1/3. So the whole point of this is us to come out here and open up and find that 1/3. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like talk about it. So we got to unpack some of them deeper, darker issues.
But you a third though. Cause see, what you bring to the table is a third, and believe it or not, it's filling us up, but it's filling up other people too. You know what I'm saying? Cause a lot of people don't know that they've been causing hurt unless they hear things like, "Dang, like look at how you could put hurt on somebody just from saying, oh look at you black like your mama." You know what I'm saying? Or this and that. And my mama is dark skinned. Right. Let me tell you a true story real quick. My mama is darker skinned, and I always thought that she was the most beautiful woman in the world, off top. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of made me, I guess, be drawn to that type of woman. Right. But that doesn't mean that I haven't always thought that all women are beautiful, any type of color. Right. To make the thing a little bit deeper, my auntie was the lighter one of the sisters. Don't you know, bruh, that even to this day, my mama still is dealing with certain pain that was put on her from her sleeping in the bed with my auntie, and my auntie drawing a line down the middle of the bed and saying, your black ass better not cross this line, or I'm gonna beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about that though. And then that's hate that my auntie probably saw being used, and then it's being carried on to my mama. Then my mama in turn finds a light-skinned man to have children with, hoping her kids won't be dark skinned.
You don't find too many.
You understand? Like how deep that pain can go?
You don't find too many white folks teasing the next one like, oh, you pale.
Yeah, like, oh, you're pale, dude. Well, I ain't gonna lie, they do tease each other like that, but it ain't like us, homeboy. It ain't nowhere near where we at.
Now, let me ask you this. If you had to talk to some fellas right now, say, I don't know your situation, say you was approachable. If you was approachable, how would you instruct the gentleman or the man to approach you? And what is important for a man to understand about the essence of a woman? You know what I'm saying? So that he never becomes a trespass onto her respect or her dignity.
There's so much that could go with that.
Okay, you got pet peeves. What's the pet peeve? What's the stuff you ain't willing to do?
Don't come to me talking sexually.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't.
Do guys come out like that off top?
Oh yeah.
Like straight first
Yeah,
thing they say to you?
Don't mention nothing on my body. Talk to me.
Okay.
Look in my eyes. Talk to me.
Got you.
Don't, and guys do it a lot. They compare females like, okay, if you gonna talk to me, don't come up and mention your ex. Don't compare me to your ex. Don't do none of that stuff.
Okay.
Because I feel like you causing problems at this point. You causing problems.
Let me ask you this. When does the switch occur? When does the switch occur?
Now, what type of switch you talking about, brother?
All right, listen now. Rock with me for a minute now.
Mm-hmm.
When you approach a woman, right, it's a certain way that you come in the approach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not aggressive. You know what I'm saying? You smooth.
Well, some fellas are aggressive.
Well, that's the ignorant ones. I'm talking about the smooth.
You're talking about a man, a soul brother. A goddamn soul brother.
We
Say no more, man. Say no more.
I was told this.
Alright.
OGs put me on. They was like, Willie, 9 times out of 10, you'll talk your way out some draws before you talk your way in. Most girls gonna know who they want and what they want the moment they see you.
Right.
Your job is not to mess it up.
They call it choosing.
You know what I'm saying? Your job is not to mess it up. So I learned to I'll be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Because it works the best, right?
Okay.
So long story short, the approach is one way. But then sometime or some point in that relationship, the dynamics change. You know what I'm saying? Like your girl don't want you to be like that guy no more.
That's what you get.
She wants you to be.
You talking about the switch?
A different type of guy.
You talking about when they pull that thing on you and then you realize who you really dealing with.
Yeah.
Honeymoon stage fading away.
When does a switch? Because sometimes a switch happen.
I see what you're saying.
In like mid-flight, and you like,
switch
what
is
the
violent, boy.
It went down. So,
and unbeknownst to the good guy, he don't know when the switch coming.
So I got to give it up. I got to give it to the lady. Tell me what's up with
have
the
you
switch?
experienced a switch in yourself when you might have woke up one day and was like, damn, I don't want to be with this dude, or something he ain't doing, it just ain't working no more?
No, not necessarily not want to be with him now.
Okay, what you mean switching feelings? Emotions?
I mean, listen.
Or the switch in her behavior?
It's a way you approach the relationship.
Right.
Once you establish the relationship.
You talking about after honeymoon phase,
a woman got a different expectation.
Right. That's after honeymoon phase.
She want to feel certain type of ways. Not the type of way that a stranger can make her feel because he ain't got that trust. That's a violation.
Okay. But somebody
now that she with you, she want to feel secure in a certain way. She want to feel a certain way.
If I don't feel secure, or you starting to ask me, and now I feel like I got the baby you.
That's what I'm saying.
What you mean by baby?
When a man get too soft now.
Hold on, Shaneq. Hold on, what you mean by baby? No, we need to clarify. So you felt like if you baby.
If I got to take care of somebody, you got to go. I mean, not like that. Not like, I'm gonna take care of whoever I'm with. Right. But if you ain't trying to go out there and get it for yourself, and you looking at me, and I got to make the moves, I need you to be the man in the relationship. I need you to take lead.
So financial.
What about emotionally? What about emotion?
Some people be like, oh, I don't need no man that's crying. Listen, cry, because men got emotions too.
Right.
But don't be a BITC.
Right.
Just don't be that. But if you gotta cry, cry.
When is in touch with your emotions too much? You know what I'm saying? Because I cried the Lion King. Nah.
Yo, listen, man.
Lion King gonna make me cry. And I don't care what nobody say. Because Mufasa was my guy. I don't care what y'all say.
Come on, them kids that used to be in class. That used to always act up and the teacher always stop. Sit down. Man, I ain't even doing nothing.
Yes.
Damn type.
Right. No. Matter of fact,
we couldn't play that shit.
I might rub it like this, you know what I'm saying? How about you? All right? Yeah, I'm good. And the popcorn I got in my eye is soft. Yeah, I'm telling you, but I'm going to drop a tear and Mufasa die now.
Hey, but see, tears get misconstrued real quick, though. I met a guy that changed the way I looked at crying one time.
Right.
I was in the barbershop cutting my dog hair, you know what I'm saying? I'm young cutter at this time. I'm 25. And I don't know too much, but I know something. And I'm in here cutting my boy. He graduating from college. You know what I'm saying? His dad is here. He lived right next to me. We had become friends.
Right.
His dad is right next to me. Situation pretty emotional because people had just broken his apartment before graduation. He got shot at, bro. The bullet skimmed him, and he made it out. Huh?
What campus is this?
This is South Carolina State.
Right.
State Coughlin right next to each other. So the craziest thing is, bro, this fella is getting his hair cut, and his pops come in. He said, "Cut, I want you to meet my pops." You know what I'm saying? So I'm meeting his dad. As soon as I met him, I said, "Hey, man, listen, you did a good job with James. You know what I'm saying? This is a real dude right here, man. Like, I could count on him, man. Hey, he the type of guy that I want to be like him. He motivated me." His dad started crying. And it was kind of deep because Cuz was like 60 years old. You know what I'm saying? And he just was crying. And then he said, "Brother, don't take my tears for, you know what I'm saying, me being sad." He said, "I just cry when I get happy." You know what I'm saying? And my boy graduating today, and what you just said hit something in me. So we need to first kind of know that, like, bruh, a soul brother emotions are in a bad situation, first of all, because we can't show none, we can't have none, but then they need us to have some, but then they don't need us to have too much, but then they need us to have a little bit. So first off, bro, we got to get comfortable in being how we are, though, and being how we are, bro. Like, if you cry when some fucking movie come up, then that's what it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I cry when some good shit happen to me. That's what it is.
And that's the thing, though. How many people, instead of just worry about the factor on crying, evaluate why?
Right,
You could be dealing
Do you
with
think women do that, though? From your experiences, let me ask you this. From your experiences, do you think any woman you ever talked to before in your life evaluated why you cry, or did they just look at the tears and be like, "Oh, this nigga crying"?
Nah, a lot of good women evaluate.
They evaluate.
Well, if you conduct yourself a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Then when things become out of your baseline, people tend to care more. And let's say if you're a sobby ass, crybaby ass guy, you know what I'm saying?
Like, you always crying for no reason.
You always crying, so who cares?
I was saying, what you crying for?
What you crying for?
You crying, kid?
Yeah, but I pride myself on. Listen, my mom said I'm sensitive. Every time she say I get mad, but she right. I'm sensitive.
Sensitive is a whole nother thing.
I feel something, and I might not show it, but I feel it, and it'll affect me. You know what I'm saying?
You're a feeler, bro. That's different. You're an empath. You feel stuff.
If I cry, the girls go, what's
going
on? You all right? Like,
really don't usually be doing this.
What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I didn't see you take a lot. You a soldier. Why you crying? Right. Like, what going on? And I don't remember crying in front of too many women. Maybe 2 women my whole life that I cried in front of.
I might be right there with you, bro.
I'll say 3, and it was my brother died. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That caught me.
Yeah, that's caught you. That's a train wreck, boy.
Delay from my grandma, you know, and then I had realized a pivotal moment had happened in my life. You know what I'm saying? There was no going back to. So I wasn't crying so much to be hurt, but just focusing on the fact that this is a new chapter and it's unwritten. You know
Let
what
me
I'm
ask you something. On the cover of Secrets, playing off that, on the cover of Secrets, it's tears going down her face. Like, or a tear dropping. I think I remember, like, have you cried? Do you cry?
Of course I cry. And if you a strong person and you hardly ever cry, and I see you cry, I might just cry with you. I'm going to cry.
Feeling it.
Yeah, I'm going to cry.
Okay, well, I feel good when somebody cry with you now.
Man, it's like a marriage.
That might make you do
bond.
like this.
Hey, bro. Hey.
You can't breathe.
Hey, that's deep, boy.
Hey,
you know that song, When I Cry, we cry together.
Facts.
Man, listen,
Hey,
that's a deep
that's a
thing.
powerful love,
Ain't nothing
though.
wrong with me. Boy, ain't nothing wrong with
They don't even ask what's
her.
wrong.
We
They
just
just
cry
crying.
together, nigga.
Boy,
That's
listen.
some deep right there,
There's
boy.
some good stuff
Oh my
going on
God.
after that, too. I'm telling you.
Well, I tell you what, that is definitely just super powerful, man. I need to know a little bit about the second part, too, though. I ain't read it yet, and I know it's coming, but can you just tell me a little piece about part 2? How does it come in, like, or something? Just give me a little something.
Well, you know, at the end, you know, well, I ain't going to say too much because you haven't read.
He hadn't read yet, right?
But,
and some other folks, you know,
yeah,
they'll be reading it
so,
either.
it's coming in on Secrets getting the properties her grandmother left her.
Wow.
That's how I'm going to start it off. She never met this woman a day in her life, never knew this lady knew anything about her. But it's going to start off, she's going to eventually meet some family and they not going to like the whole situation. It's like, who is this girl and how she get these stuff?
Wow.
And
That's
she can't
deep.
really defend herself because she lost. She confused. She a young girl. She's 17 years old. Or 18.
And she just acquired stuff. And then that's some real life craziness because just think about you acquired something. The family members don't really know you. They trying to figure out how you.
And then this is a toxic family we talking about. We talking about messy. Messy.
On all levels.
On all levels.
Wow. I can't wait to
I'm
check
talking
this
about
out.
starting
You're going to have to get into this.
I'm gonna catch up.
Say no more.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds real crazy. Like you said, though, you said something about, oh, ain't that crazy that in the middle of your blessings, sometimes you can't enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she got this big blessing going on, but she can't enjoy it.
I feel like that all the time. But
Woo!
I don't know if it's just me.
Do you feel like that all the time?
Then
Like, you
she's
can't enjoy
gonna-
a blessing?
No, I ain't gonna say too much because then I'm gonna give the book away.
Okay, don't give it away.
Yeah, I gonna give it away.
Have you ever felt like you couldn't enjoy a blessing? Like
In a
the
way.
haters be watching you, you gotta kind of dumb it down. Like you might have
Yeah.
got that check, but you can't really say nothing, even though you
Yeah.
wanna.
I'm actually going through this right now with my books.
So the book is causing the situation.
Yeah, like
No,
dumb
nah.
stuff. Like I really
No,
have
Shaneq.
somebody, and I don't bother nobody, but
Oh,
I
no.
really have somebody like really coming for me.
Coming for you, how?
Oh, that stupid B or that book probably whack. I mean, but we don't talk. We don't know each other like that. Why
That's
you coming for
crazy.
me? It's happening.
Well,
For
you gotta
what,
put the
though?
blockers up now.
See that I mean, but
But-
you know, I guess that could be a compliment.
That is a
I
compliment.
guess
took
it's
it as a
compliment.
compliment.
I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
yeah, I took it as
that
a
means
compliment.
something.
Because
guess
it's still,
what?
it's
If
still
somebody
talking
gotta
about you.
try to take you out,
It-
you a threat.
A
You
real
something.
whack book, you don't even mention. So to give me credit enough to say it's
But you
whack,
ain't even read it.
of course not. But that's
But guess
still
what?
bringing my name up. Two people might read it
I'm
and
on
see it's
chapter
whack.
8 on part 3
Right.
Wow, already.
already.
You already ahead of the game.
Already had
Taking
one
that
book
motivation.
already. Another book is already done. That one better get edited and published. This is out the series though. This is separate.
That person, whoever they are, I hope they keep going. Because all they doing is giving you
that.
fuel.
I like that.
All they doing is giving her fuel.
I ain't
keep
leaving.
going.
I ain't letting that
I
go.
think I'm gonna finish my book.
I got one for you though. I got one for you.
Oh,
shit.
She said she got one for you.
Yeah, I got one for you.
I'm gonna have to drop something to catch up. See secrets in there.